What's up, everybody? I'm Jonathan Sewell Sales at Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard in Enterprise, Alabama, and I'm excited to join you right now for this Mazda news update because Mazda has done it again. 2 years in a row. So not only is Mazda the most reliable brand according to Consumer Reports, but now according to the IIHS, Insurance Institute of Highway and Traffic Safety, they are the safest? Can we say that? I think so. We're going to cover this and more in this Mazda news update, so stay tuned. All right, you Mazda passion people, let's just jump right in. So 2021, IIHS, speaking globally for the automotive industry, 2021 sees 90 different vehicles that were tested, 90 vehicles of the total that was tested, achieving a top safety pick or a top safety pick plus, which is the the highest rating you can get. And Mazda, all Mazdas that were tested scored the top of the toppest. The top safety pick plus. So we know that Mazda's been in the news from Consumer Reports for the best overall brand, the most reliable brand. Number one, had videos on that, Mazda news updates on that. Now, can we say that Mazda is the safest brand? Well, I didn't do the research to back all that up. However, I do think it's monumental that 2 years in a row, every Mazda that was tested by the IIHS received their highest rating. Now, a couple of things through the years just to talk about the IIHS standards here. There's six different components to that test. One of those happens to be headlights, because we know that visibility is important. And now that Mazda is pretty much all LED and has high beam control assist, we have seen some of their ratings in the last couple of years, specifically the CX-9, go up from having some of that, the I-Activsense suite standard on all models. Let's dive a little bit deeper into what this test exactly covers. And the IIHS, can you say that 5 times fast? The IIHS has, again, 6 evaluations. There's the moderate overlap front, which of course was introduced just a few years back, and really the rules were changed of the game. And although it's important, a lot of vehicles have done poorly in the past, and now they are coming through with flying colors, which is probably why 2021, 90 vehicles were top safety pick or top safety pick plus, and that's up from 64 in 2020. So overall, good job. So they had the moderate overlap front, the driver side small overlap front, the passenger side small overlap front, side, roof strength, and head restraint test. Also, to earn the advanced or superior ratings for front crash prevention, vehicle to vehicle and vehicle to pedestrian, that's why you had to have good or acceptable headlights. So to get the top safety pick plus, you had to score good in all of those overlap crashes and then good or acceptable in your headlights. So Mazda did phenomenal with all of those, and we can really attribute this to the SkyActiv ring and the SkyActiv chassis, everything that Mazda's been working on for about 15 to 20 years, but more specifically when them and Ford kind of split is when they started rolling out some of these ideas and some of this design theory. And in recent years, we've also seen the Mazda I-Activsense safety suite, which we'll cover in just a minute. So the vehicles, again, that Mazda tested, or that the IIHS tested of Mazdas, every one they tested got top safety pick plus. Those vehicles included the Mazda 3 sedan and hatchback, the Mazda 6 the CX-3, the CX-30, the CX-5, and the CX-9. So that's 7 Mazda models that are all top safety picks plus. So the highest level you can get. Now you may be sitting there thinking to yourself, did he say MX-5? Did he say Miata? I didn't. Did he? Did he? I did not say MX-5. I did not say Miata. So that would round out the whole line of Mazdas. Now, don't think that Mazda's holding that back or that the Roadster itself is any less safe. It is not tested. So to earn certification to be sold in this country, you have to do crash testing internally, which Mazda, of course, does with every new design and with every new iteration or new generation of vehicles, which would have been in the 14 or 15 time frame for the ND MX-5. And so it did receive high ratings internally, which gives it permission or the certification to be sold in this country. However, there are lots of vehicles out there that are small, that are large, that are foreign brands that do not get tested by the IIHS. A lot of this really has to do with sales volume. For example, in 2019, there was 185,000 units sold of varying makes and models that were not tested by the IIHS. However, they were tested internally and received the certification to be sold. Now, for example, Land Rover, Porsche, and one more were about half of those sales. So about 90,000 of those sales came from those 3 brands, none of which were tested by the IIHS. So it could have something to do with volume. The Miata in 2019 sold just under 8,000 units. And so it wasn't deemed one of those high volume models that the IIHS needed to test or publicly test for crash ratings. It's not just the small cars like the Miata. It's also the big ones, as I mentioned, with Land Rover, Porsche, things like that. Porsche, of course, all in between. However, coincidentally, the Toyota Sequoia and the Lexus GX are not tested either. And they're big SUVs. Again, low volume. I would venture to say that because every other Mazda was tested because of the volume of sales and passed with flying colors, that Mazda perhaps is the safest brand. Go ahead and drop in the comments whether you agree, disagree, or let's just have a back and forth conversation about it. So we know we're the most reliable, according to Consumer Reports and their surveys. We know that we're the best overall brand, according to Consumer Reports. So according to the IIHS, are we perhaps third thing's a charm, the safest? I feel pretty good getting in the Mazda to head home tonight. How about you? Okay, let's jump into that Mazda I-Activsense just to cover this. Now, this is a suite of technology that is designed to help keep us safe with the use of milliwave radars and various cameras. And we know that there's also other sensors, parking assist and things as we move forward, and some of the new features for 2021 that really help keep us, other vehicles, our vehicle, us inside the vehicle, and people outside the vehicle safe. So Mazda really lists, and some of these are overlapped in different models and in different variations, but they really list about 10 items that are included in the Mazda I-Activsense safety suite. Before I list those, again, this system supports safer driving by helping the driver recognize potential hazards, and also involves pre-crash technologies that help us avert collisions or reduce the severity in the event where we cannot completely avert a collision or they cannot be avoided. So those 10 items are at number 1, which these first 3 are kind of, again, in different models, have different names, I guess. So advanced smart city brake support, which of course is with an upgraded pedestrian detection. This is some of the newer technology. Also a smart brake support. So again, smart city is low speeds. Smart brake is full speeds with collision warning. Then also just the all-encompassing smart brake support system. And that is, on some vehicles, all in between. So we just call it smart brake support specifically on the Mazda 3 that would cover the low speeds and the high speeds. Also, we have the Mazda radar cruise control with stop and go. So this is a great system that allows, it's sort of a convenience item, of course, that allows us to, our speed to automatically be adjusted faster or slower all the way down to a stop. So if we were on the highway, it would go all the way down to a stop, and then the brakes would be applied if necessary. So it's pretty convenient and pretty awesome. Also, number 5, we have the blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic. So of course, in your blind spot or when you're backing up, those sensors are in the back and help you to avoid changing lanes or backing up in a parking lot as someone's coming. Also, these two go hand in hand. Number 6, seen the lines on your vehicle, lane departure warning system. So it could be the little rumble in your steering wheel or the audible alert, and lane keep assist. So some vehicles will actually help you steer back into the lane or not cross over into that other lane, unintended lane change. Number 7 is a driver attention alert system. So as we do that a couple of times, it may say, hey, you might want to take a break, right? So a couple of other options there. Number 8, high beam assist controls we've talked about. So this is one of my favorite features, driving through at night on a country road or a county road. Bright, car comes, low. High beams, low beams. And all the while, I don't have to be toggling back and forth. One of my favorite. Also, adaptive lighting. We're seeing this on more vehicles as they continue to scale more up premium. We've seen it on with the addition of more turbo models in some lines. So, of course, this moves about that 15 to 20 degrees when you turn the steering wheel to give you vision on where you're going, not just where you're pointed at right now. And number 10 is traffic sign recognition. This is something that's been new over the last couple of years and is really neat. However, it's only available with a Mazda navigation card. So keep that in mind. Every car is, for the most part, set up with it, but you'd have to have that Mazda navigation card. So as it stands right now, as we have more Apple CarPlay and wireless Apple CarPlay now, and some models, they don't offer that as standard equipment, but you can add it to anything. So if you're interested in the traffic sign recognition, which again are stop signs, speed limits, things, speed limit notifications, that is something that would work with that card. So it's pretty neat. So that's the Mazda I-Activsense safety system, which again supports safer driving, help us prevent collisions, and also reduce the severity in the situation where the collisions cannot be avoided. Also, although not specifically listed here in Mazda's I-Activsense, one of the reasons that some of the gurus say that there's more vehicles is because more vehicles have these technologies, and we've seen that over the last couple of years with Mazda, but also some of their designs are really stepping up their game as far as the type of metallurgy, probably didn't say that right, but the composition of the high tensile strength steel. And we know that Mazda has done that with their SkyActiv ring and SkyActiv chassis. So a lot of things that we've been doing, and that's probably why Mazda's been going up all the ladders of everybody who rates vehicles, because they've been doing this for several years and it's starting to pay off on a big scale. So I think that wraps it up. Again, in my opinion, we know that Consumer Reports has said a few things about Mazdas. And now we have the IIHS, Insurance Institute of Highway Safety, giving all Mazdas that were tested a top safety pick plus, the tippity-toppitest of safety ratings. So feel good in your Mazda, or by chance, if you do not own one, this is just another reason to put on your list of why you should own and drive a Mazda. So if you have any questions or comments, as always, you can drop them down below, or you can call or text me directly at 334-718-0504. I am Jonathan Sewell Sales at Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard in Enterprise, Alabama. And I was thinking the other day that you may not know exactly where Enterprise, Alabama is. So it's in the southeast corner, over a little bit. We're about an hour from Montgomery, south of Montgomery, and about an hour north of Panama City. So, Panama City, Florida. So that may do it. I'll probably have to just pull out a map and show you at one point, but you can always come see me. We can grab a coffee or a soda or whatever you prefer and have a chat about our Mazda passion in person if you're coming through to the beach. But if not, I hope to see you in your Mazda. Send me some pictures, email me, text them, whatever you like, and they may make it to the channel because I love to share others' vehicles, and y'all have some pretty good looking cars, some of the accessories and things. And if I don't see you in person or you don't reach out to me, I guess I'll just see you on the next one.